How y'all doing? It's Preacher Man Army and listening to Game of Thrones Reviews Tuesday. This week is Season 2, Episode 5, and what happens on this week's episode is starting off with Tyrion. And Tyrion finds out that Cersei and Joffrey's made a plan to stop Stannis, and what it is Cersei's going out this guy to make wildfire. And the reason Tyrion finds this out, he talks to Cersei, and he's trying to make a plan because Stannis and his army is about to attack, and he's trying to get Cersei to understand that. And she tells him that the king, who's Joffrey, has a plan. And Tyrion's trying to get her to tell him, and she won't tell him. So Tyrion sees what Lancel knows, and Lancel tells him about Cersei meeting with this guy who makes the wildfire. And then Tyrion goes and talks to the guy that makes the wildfire, and he finds out that she got over maybe 20,000 bottles of this wildfire. And he tells this guy that he does not make wildfire for Cersei anymore. He makes wildfire for Tyrion. And that's really all that happens with Tyrion in this episode. What happens with Jon Snow, him and the Night's Watch is on north of the wall, and they're trying to find Mance Rayder and his wildling army. When they get to where Mance Rayder is, and they see him in the distance, and one of the Night's Watch makes a plan with Sir Mormont to take a team of 3 to go attack the guys who are keeping watch. That way they can't tell Mance Rayder that the Night's Watch is there, and that way they can sneak in and kill Mance Rayder. And Jon Snow volunteers for this, and Sir Mormont's not going to let him go, and then Samuel Tarly agrees to take over Jon Snow's duties, and that way Jon Snow can go on this mission. And that Jon Snow winds up going on this mission, and that's really all that happens with Jon Snow and the Night's Watch in this episode. And what happens with Daenerys, she's in Park, and they're trying to find out why this guy let Daenerys and her people come into his home in Park. And what we find out is this guy wants to marry Daenerys, that way he can have her and they can go full over Westeros. And Sir Jorah Mormont is trying to convince Daenerys not to do this, that way they won't owe this guy anything. And Sir Jorah tells Daenerys that he can get her one ship, and that way they can get to Westeros, can get to the Westeros people, that way they can get their supporters from Westeros. And she agrees to let Sir Jorah Mormont do this, and that's all that happens with Daenerys. Now what's happening with Arya, she's still being captured by Tywin Lannister, and she's Tywin Lannister's cupbearer, and she's learning about the war between Tywin and Robb, and she's getting information, and she walks and finds Jaqen H'ghar has became a soldier for Tywin Lannister. And Jaqen H'ghar tells her that he owes her 3 deaths because Arya saved Jaqen H'ghar and the 2 prisoners that was with him. And he tells her to give him a name, and she tells him the guard that's been torturing all the prisoners that's been at this castle. And he goes, and at the end of the episode, he winds up killing this guard, and Arya sees Jaqen H'ghar standing up there, and he gives her a signal, and that makes her have 2 more kills that Jaqen H'ghar owes to her. And what happened with Catelyn Stark, her and Brienne was with Robb Baratheon's little brother, and the Shadow Baby that we talked about last episode came and killed Robb Baratheon's little brother. And it was Stannis' Shadow Baby. And now Stannis has control of all his little brothers, Bannerman and Catelyn and Brienne run off because Catelyn tells Brienne to leave because she would be hanged for this. And Brienne winds up swearing fealty to Catelyn, and Catelyn promises her that she has a seat at Catelyn's table. And that's really all that happened on this week's episode. My question for y'all is, what do y'all think is going to happen with the wildfire that Tyrion found? As always, Preacher Man Arby signing out. That usually is awesome.